Hello class, we will be working on the distributive property today. So, what does that even mean? Let's look into it. So, the distributive property states that multiplying a number by a group of numbers added together is the same as doing the multiplication separately. Alright, that's a definition, but what does it actually mean? So, multiplying a number by a group of numbers. So, we have a number 5 times 3 plus 4. And so we know by PEMDAS that we always do 3 plus 4 first. So the way we used to look at this was we just add 3 and 4 together, and we get 7. We get 5 times 7 is 35. But there's a different way of doing this. So that looks like the distributive property. So what that looks like is we take this 5 and we break apart the 3 and 4. So 5 times 3, separate the 3 out, and then we add it, since this is addition, by 5 times 4. So we break this apart by just kind of 5 times 3 plus 5 times 4. So we get 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 4 is 20. And 15 plus 20 is 35. And so we end up with the same answer. Now, why is this important? So this is going to become important when we either don't know what 5 times the value in the parentheses would be, or we have a variable somewhere. So when can we use it? We use it when we have parentheses with addition and subtraction, which we see here. We have parentheses, right? And a number or variables multiplying on the outside, which we have here too. And any term in this equation can be a number or a variable. So that's important because with these problems, we tend to work a lot with variables and multiplying them by the outside number, or even the variable can be the outside number. So let's look at an example. We have 3 times 2 plus 4. So what we originally would do is add 2 and 4 together and we get 6. And we know that 3 times 6 is the same as 6 plus 6 plus 6, which is 18. So now let's look at the math behind the distributive property. We also see that 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 4 is 12, which we get 18. So if we looked at this a different way, we see that 2 plus 4 is 6. And so 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. So it's the same as just breaking it apart to just the 3 times the 2 and 3 times the 4 to get a group of 2's here and a group of 4's here. And that's going to give us 18. And if we added these together and added a 2 with a 4, then we still end up with 6 there, and then we add a 2 to the 4 there, we get 6 there, and 2 and the 4 there, we get 6 there. So let's look at it a different way. We can look at it in the view of area. So, if we look at it this way, we have this block, and it has length A, which is just a variable, so just a random number we don't know, and we have a base B, and that's also just a random length. That could be different from A, could be the same. So we know that by area, A times B is the area of this. And when we add that with this shape, A times C, we see that the area of the base is just different, but the length of the side is the same. So we add them together, we get area of the whole block of A and then B plus C. It's also equal to this. And so that's how we know the distributive property also works. We're combining these bases and we're multiplying it by the same edge length of A. How these share A, this also has A for each side length. Alright, so I have a few examples that you can try on your own. What to watch for in these is this has a subtraction sign, so watch out for that. And watch out for this variable here. Remember what we do with variables when we multiply them by numbers. Thank you for listening today, and I hope you have an amazing